Hey everyone. Today I'm going to be making some chia pudding. So, chia pudding is a bit trendy, and usually trendy recipes I tend to kind of shy away from because I want to see if they really stick long term. But personally, I've been making chia pudding over the last couple of years and find that I come back to it every once in a while, which usually for me means it's tasting good and feeling good in our bodies. And so just thought I would show you kind of a simple recipe today, and then you can try it and make it your own. Chia seeds you can buy in your regular grocery store. You can also find them at stores like TJ Maxx or Marshall's. Some of these other stores, sometimes you can get a little bit of a lower price on them. But you want to just buy whole chia seeds, and usually they'll come kind of in a prepackaged bag. Chia seeds are a good source of fiber. They've got some good protein in them, and they've got some healthy fats in them as well. So good nutrition boost here. So for this recipe, I really like to make this in a jar because I find it's really easy to kind of shake it up and help us make it the right texture. If you don't have a jar, you could just use a bowl and a whisk. So I'm using a 1/4 cup of chia. Let's see if I can get this in here without a huge mess. So 1/4 cup or 4 tablespoons of chia seeds. I guess my measuring cup was wet because they're all sticking in there. Use a dry measuring cup. It'll work better. All right, and then I need a cup of milk. This will be shocking if I can do this without spilling. Ooh, yep. I'm actually glad I spilled because it shows you that kitchens are about kind of making a mess, and cooking is a bit about making a mess. And you just do your best, laugh along with it, and make it work. There's no perfection around here. It also helps if you're bringing kids into the kitchen to show them that that it's okay for them to make mess too. Obviously, if they could, try not to do it intentionally, it can help with cleanup, but there's room for it. All right, so to this, we need some flavor and some sweetener. You can use any type of sweetener that you like. So I'm going to use maple syrup today, which I really like. You could use honey as well. If you don't have either of those, you could just use a regular sugar. Right, so 2 teaspoons of maple syrup. I would measure the first time just so you can see what that volume tastes like for you, and then you can kind of adjust it or eyeball it the next times. Sometimes I'll end up adding a little more at the end if I feel like it's not sweet enough, or if my kids tell me it's not sweet enough. All right, and then I just like a little bit of vanilla extract. This is bonus. If you don't have it, you can leave it out, but I just find it kind of adds a nice balance of flavor. All right, and that's it. Now the key here is that, so chia seed, I kind of think of it like tapioca pudding. It will absorb the liquid and kind of swell up, and even the texture is a little bit like a tapioca. But in that process, which happens over the course of about 2 to 3 hours, it will start solidifying. So if I just mix it up right now and let it sit, you'll see pretty quickly it'll separate. Some of the chia seeds will come to the top and some will fall to the bottom. If I didn't shake it again, they're going to form a big blob of like gel in the bottom, and then you'll get liquid milk in the middle. You can see that separation already. So what I do is I just keep this jar on the counter and give it a shake every 5-10 minutes or so over the course of the next, I don't know, half hour, 40 minutes. And then I find that they've absorbed enough that it's kind of stable in there. So anyway, you can have a reminder to kind of give that a shake. And then once you feel like it's not separating completely, just put it in the fridge and leave it there for a couple hours, and then it'll be ready to go. If your chia comes out and it's really thin, probably just need more seeds the next time. If it's super thick, just decrease the amount of seeds you have next time. For the most part, this ratio works pretty well. But you can play around with it based on what you like. And then in terms of eating this, I kind of like to eat it. You can eat it just plain. It's pretty tasty as a little dish, or you can add some fresh fruit to it. You could add a scoop of yogurt if you like that, maybe some sliced bananas. You can kind of get creative with the flavors and the way that you want to enjoy it. Now, the thing is to keep in mind, if you make this and say, oh, I love this, and then you start making it every day, every 2 days, and eating it all the time, you're likely going to get sick of it. And then you're going to think, oh, chia pudding didn't work for me. It's not that it didn't work for you. It's just that eating the same thing all the time, we get sick of them. So with food and nutrition, we're going to try to move away from always just choosing the healthiest foods and eating them all the time, because that tends to lead people to kind of go on and off of healthy eating. So you want to find recipes like this that you enjoy, that you bring in every couple of weeks maybe, and then you find another recipe that you like, and then you bring that in every once in a while. But keeping that variety and balance is going to keep you kind of looking forward to food and not getting tired of it. Okay, we're getting there. So I'm going to keep this out so I have the reminder, the visual reminder to give it a shake every once in a while. And then in a couple hours, it'll be ready. So give it a try. Again, if you hate tapioca pudding, this recipe is probably not for you, right? It has that similar texture. But if you kind of like that and you like the idea of a pudding and you've been curious to try chia seeds, this might be a good one to try.